Hey, this is Rick and welcome to another unboxing and kind of a partial review. Well, if you followed my channel, you can see that I'm into a lot of crazy stuff. It can be aquarium fish, to gardening, to DIY project, to just straight out reviews on computers, electronics, whatever. My channel encompasses everything. The SMAERD58 is Dreams Backward 58. So here we go. This is going to probably be off the wall for a lot of people. It's something I've been looking into. I try to be an environmental type person, buying cottons and not so much synthetics and stuff like that, American made products and such. So, you know, things that are good for the environment, we do try to recycle as best we can. So long story short, I'm getting into composting worm. Now this is from a gentleman named Tim Campbell, and he has a website online. He has a PDF manual that will go with this when you purchase from him. This is what they call a starter kit. So these were shipped from Alabama, and it took about 5 days to get here to Delaware, which was a long time, but we're in the Christmas season now. It's middle of December. And the other thing about these is you got to be careful when you're shipping them in the summer months, I guess, because it's hot and the worms can't take it in shipping. So you have to notify him and figure out a day that you can ship. Now on the package here, he has package contains live worms. Please do not leave in a hot mailbox. Deliver to customers. Leave at location area. Well, today we were, I guess, almost around 30 degrees here in Delaware. We just had snow the other night. So we're going to open them up and see how they made out on the trip. Looking at the box, I noticed there's a little slit on the bottom here. I believe that's for air. I can see a bag, like a synthetic bag inside there, or a cotton bag inside. And since it's already opened up there, I'll go ahead and I'll open it up from the bottom. Just be careful with your knife. You don't want to puncture, you know, the contents inside. Just want to take this, and you're going to notice with my videos I'm going to edit down a lot, so you don't have to sit through a lot of this stuff, like actually unboxing with tape and all that. And I have some medical issues, so sometimes I have to edit to make it sound halfway decent. So here we go. We've got a little bag in here. This is his starter colony. These are red wiggler worms. And he has a funny little $1,000 bill in here, and it says, "In God we trust, the United States of America." Here's the $1,000,000 question: will you go to heaven when you die? Now I have to tell y'all, whether you like it or not, I'm a Christian type person, so I do know where I'm going to go. I hope everybody else does. You know, Jesus is my Lord and Savior, and without Him, none of this would be possible. So just a little introductory hi friend for your purchases. And he also has a website called wormstarter.com. And he also has the basic PDF on there where you can download that, and it'll tell you how to start your colony and what you're going to need to keep them alive and flourishing. Also says what type of bins he uses for them. Now I'm going to start small, because the way I've read it, worms are social kind of creatures, and I want to breed as many of these as I can. I'm going to put them into an environment that's smaller, that they can proliferate, and hopefully I can get more worms, and we'll start out. This is what I have right now, just your standard coffee can that I've cleaned out. I've got some dried leaves in there that I raked from my yard. I've got a big, like, 25-gallon bag over there, and I broke up some of these, and I pulled the stems off there so that maybe it's easier for them to compost. I also have shredded some cardboard with a shredder I have. I would recommend using cardboard too for your bedding material. They will actually eat this, and they will also eat the leaves also. Now the way he recommends it, he sends it with a little bit of the soil and the castings already in, and you have some worms and eggs and everything all in there. And what you want to do is you want to start the whole thing all one shot. You want to put it all in there. So I'm going to put them in here for right now. That will be a small controlled environment, so I can keep an eye on them, make sure I'm not overfeeding them. I'm going to feed them regular table scraps and stuff. No meats, just produce. I also have another bucket design, and you can check out Larry Hall, his design on buckets. And this is just a 5-gallon bucket, so once they breed out and they start to overcome that coffee can, this is the design I'm going to use, and I'll give you further updates on that if you'd like. So back to the worms here. I'm going to go ahead and take this bag out that he has, and it looks like it's in a plastic bag. Doesn't smell too bad, just kind of earthy, and just has like pull tie on there, and looks like it has been tied up. So I was not able to get the knot out. I'm going to have to just snip the string here, and here we go. I'm looking inside. I see some castings and some soil, and the worms look like they are alive and doing fine. So he recommends leaving everything in there, and if I squeeze this up a little bit, you can see maybe, you can see the worms there. And they're moving around. They're a little slow because it's cold. So I'm going to go ahead and pour them in here with their mixture. Now he said don't feed them right away. Let them get established a little bit. So we will do that. Make sure I get it all out of there. Look inside. Now you can see right away they're trying to tunnel down. You can see little babies in there. There's quite a bit of worms in there. The way he runs his worm business is instead of selling you like 1,000 worms, 500 worms or whatever, he actually believes in giving you a colony to start. And that could be small worms, larger worms, breeding worms. And like I said, these are red wigglers. He has African nightcrawlers, European nightcrawlers, red wigglers. So I've got a spray bottle here, and you want to lightly spray down the cardboard, or you can put it in a bowl, whatever you want. I'm going to use a spray bottle. And you want to just get them damp, not to the point where, you know, they're completely saturated with water. From what I read, you just want to wring it out a little bit. Just have a little bit of water coming out of there. We're not quite there yet. I'd be a little neater with this, but since I'm doing a video, I'm trying to show you exactly what to do here. You don't want your worms to dry out. You want them to be moist. They live in a moist environment, not so much a dry environment. And there we go. We're just getting a little ring now, and just lightly put that on top there. And you want to come back periodically every day. This is a smaller environment now, and it may dry out a little bit faster. You don't want that to dry out. Once they get acclimated, then we will go ahead and that cardboard really sucks up the water, so we'll just go ahead and lightly spray that on there too. Now I have the dryer leaves at the bottom. They probably should be wet, but what will happen is maybe as we start to compost some of our produce, that liquid will go down there. If not, then I'll turn the whole thing over in a couple days, and then we'll put our black screen on there. It's a black screen material. You can see that it does have holes in it, and I put black on there so that they're not exposed to the light. We're using the Larry Hall method for our lid, so it has a 2-inch rim and it's open at the top for plenty of ventilation. So that's it, and if you want, I will review this periodically. We'll do a video blog on them, and as they start to grow out, hopefully, you know, we'll transfer them over to the 5-gallon bucket. So check out Tim Campbell. Like I said, go to wormstarter.com. You can read all about how he does his worms, and he'll sell you a batch of them there, of the starters. You can email him and call him. He's very receptive to anything you want to ask. Great guy. Also, I'll have links at the bottom of my video, and he also sells on eBay and Amazon if you would rather purchase that way. Happy worm composting, and let me know how you make out, and I will keep this updated. Thanks again for watching. Once again, please subscribe, share this video or other videos. I appreciate it. Take care.